One of the things I wanted to talk to you about, I wanted to play this, but we decided we shouldn't play it. We don't want anybody to have any sort of a way to get it down. The episode of you when you were on The View, when you were running for president.
Right.
Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add President of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to.
You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Please, let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
We're so happy to have you. Whenever you're on with us, we're very happy. We love it.
They're talking about you in such a favorable light. The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Joe Biden knows how to do this.
Trump. Yeah.
He tends to just...
But if you average out the View hosts, among the dumbest people on television. And so it's like they say the thing that people are thinking, but they say it very directly, so they expose whatever truth.
I don't think Sonny's dumb. But Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out. It's like if you had an idea for a premise and it was totally baked and half baked, and you went on stage with it and it's nothing
Just
there.
go for it. Yeah,
there's nothing there.
What in the world do you get when Elon Musk, the billionaire tech mogul famous for sending rockets to Mars, revolutionizing AI, and dropping cryptic memes at 3 a.m., finds himself in an unexpected, wildly bizarre clash with Whoopi Goldberg, the legendary actress, comedian, and often outspoken co-host of The View? You get a staggering $80 million lawsuit, accusations of shadowy political manipulation, and, believe it or not, a mischievous cat taking center stage in a legal defense. And just when you thought this saga couldn't get any more outrageous, enter Joe Rogan, the undisputed king of podcasting, armed with his flamethrower of brutal honesty, ready to roast the entire spectacle. Buckle up, because this isn't just daytime TV drama. This is a high-stakes media meltdown you absolutely won't want to miss.
Saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president.
Wait a second, come on, man. This is too.
Breaking news, Elon Musk files an $80 million lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg.
The chaos erupted, as it so often does, on the set of The View. During a heated discussion, likely about former President Donald Trump, Whoopi Goldberg and her co-hosts allegedly veered into controversial territory. According to reports and the subsequent lawsuit, they implied that Elon Musk, along with Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, were secretly plotting to manipulate government power, perhaps in a scenario where Trump might be removed from office. One host, perhaps Whoopi, even reportedly mused, "I think Elon Musk believes he's president." While the hosts of The View are no strangers to making bold, often inflammatory statements, critics in the transcript describe the show as a rabies-infested henhouse, where hosts say ridiculous things. This particular insinuation struck a nerve with Musk.
It is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a rabies infested henhouse.
Musk's legal team was, to put it mildly, not amused. They didn't just brush off the comments as typical daytime talk show chatter. No, they slammed these accusations as baseless, labeling them nothing more than a malicious smear campaign deliberately designed to tarnish Musk's reputation. Hold up, Elon Musk has been called many things in his storied career: genius, disruptor, meme king, but shadow government puppet master, plotting a political coup? That's a new and apparently very expensive one. Musk wasn't about to let this slide. He fired back with the full force of his legal arsenal. A lawsuit for defamation, slander, and spreading false information, demanding a whopping $80 million in damages.
I need to clean something up because my cat lays in wait for me on my stairs all the time. That's what I was thinking of that. I wasn't trying to indicate that they were actually standing there with their legs out, hoping he would trip.
No, nobody wants anything done
No,
to the president.
it was lighthearted, and it's the holidays. Come on. My goodness.
You did not mean that anybody should hurt the president.
No,
of course not.
Okay. The thing about this show, there's no way not to step in poop. For all of you who are waiting and saying, "Oh my God, listen to what she said," I got a cat who does it to me every day. And that's what sparked.
When the news of the lawsuit hit the media, Whoopi Goldberg's response was, well, definitely unexpected. Instead of a carefully worded legal statement or a strategic retreat, she doubled down on her on-air comments, but with a twist so bizarre it left everyone scratching their heads. She insisted her remarks weren't actually about Musk orchestrating some grand political conspiracy. No. She claimed her inspiration for the comments came from her cat, her stair ninja feline, who apparently enjoys lurking on the staircase and trying to trip her up. I need to clean something up, Whoopi explained on air, because my cat lays in wait for me on my stairs. I wasn't trying to say that they were actually standing with theirs out, hoping he would trip. It was lighthearted, and it's the holidays, come on. Apparently, that's what she had in mind when making comments about shadowy figures manipulating political events. Confused? Yeah, so is literally everyone else.
If you could stop Hitler by any means necessary, wouldn't you stop Hitler? And so they equate Donald Trump with Hitler and go, here you go, this is our modern Hitler. Do you see what Whoopi Goldberg said?
What'd she say?
Whoopi Goldberg said that Biden could arrest all the Republicans and put them in jail. You just need to see how unhinged this kind of thinking is.
All those rights, he is immune from everything.
Yeah.
You know what Joe Biden could do since he is presently president?
What?
Whoa. He could throw every Republican in jail.
He pointed out that just a few years ago, Trump was a regular guest on the show, receiving hugs and cheers.
Critics immediately roasted Whoopi's cat defense as a desperate, almost comical attempt to dodge responsibility for what were perceived as serious and damaging accusations. Sure, her cat's antics might be amusing, but Elon Musk's high-powered legal team certainly wasn't laughing. They argued that Goldberg's remarks, regardless of her feline inspiration, were reckless and deliberately designed to paint Musk as a villain lurking in the shadows of political manipulation, potentially inciting harm in today's hyperpolarized climate.
So, Barbara was her usual polite self, as she was with every guest. But did I look warm and fuzzy? Was that a warm and fuzzy welcome from But because I respect Barbara, you know, she said be polite to guests no matter what.
Yes.
And for the most part, I got through.
To read the thing about The View because I just thought it was funny.
What's the
That's the
View?
only reason why I read that about me.
Dragon
View?
lover.
The radio,
All right, tell me
Joy
what this is.
Behar was trying to say that I believe in dragons.
Wait, what is this? I just
She
heard
said,
about
I checked it. And the lady goes, did you double check this? She goes, I checked it. He believes in dragons.
Should be like,
you think they lived
Sasquatch,
alongside of
bitch.
people?
Wait,
And if you thought this drama couldn't get any more surreal, enter Joe Rogan. The podcast king and unofficial media critic wasted absolutely no time in calling out Whoopi Goldberg and The View for what he saw as blatant hypocrisy and a stunning lack of self-awareness. Rogan, never one to mince words, pointed out the irony of The View hosts, who often position themselves as champions of truth and reasoned debate, engaging in what he perceived as baseless speculation. He particularly highlighted the show's history with Donald Trump. Rogan reminded his listeners that just a few years ago, Trump was a regular, even welcomed guest on The View, receiving hugs and cheers from the very same hosts who now label him public enemy number one. They all loved you, Rogan might say, addressing Trump hypothetically. Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. And then you actually started winning in the polls? And then the machine started working towards you. Rogan framed this as a calculated narrative flip, fueled by political expediency rather than genuine principle.
Basically, to this guy, Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. I checked it. He
believes in dragons?
He believes in dragons.
Did you triple source that?
Yes, I did. And he also thinks that dragons, like I guess like dinosaur-y type of animals, roamed the earth when people did. So this is the type of really, really bad information that's going out there.
Well, in defense, there are some really
But
good
it's possible that Donald Trump did roam the earth when dinosaurs were here.
But wait, there's more. Rogan didn't just stop at accusing them of political opportunism. He went straight for their perceived intellectual capacity or lack thereof. If you average out the IQ of The View hosts, Rogan quipped with his signature deadpan delivery, you might still struggle to reach triple digits. Ouch. But his millions of fans undoubtedly loved it. It's not the first time The View has been accused of prioritizing sensationalism over substance, or, as one commentator in the transcript put it, being a place where hosts say, The thing that people are thinking, but they say it very directly, so they expose whatever truth, even if that truth is wildly misinformed. The infamous "believes in dragons" comment about Rogan himself, which originated on The View, was cited as a prime example of this.
As it turns out, I was filthy.
She was so filthy dirty, disgusting, half the place left. I said I'd never hire again.
I was filthy. And stand on that fact. I have always been filthy. And you knew that when you hired me. I headlined, babe, at your casino, which I might have continued to play had you not run it into the ground.
Exactly.
But
He does that.
you know, listen, how dumb are you? You hired me 4 times. You can go to William Morris and get the things, because I know y'all are going to be looking for it. So talk to William Morris. You hired me 4 times, and you didn't know what you were getting? How dumb are...
Critics have long claimed the show pushes politically motivated narratives, often at the expense of facts. But Musk's $80 million lawsuit? This is different. This isn't just about one questionable comment, it's about holding a massive media platform accountable for what Musk and his legal team see as a consistent pattern of spreading damaging misinformation. Musk's relationship with the mainstream media has always been complicated, often contentious. Hailed as a visionary disruptor by some, and villainized as a reckless, attention-seeking billionaire by others, sometimes by the same outlets in the same week. Musk's decision to take legal action against The View feels like the culmination of years of simmering frustration with what he perceives as a biased and fundamentally broken media system.
When you have deliberate, concerted, repeated pushing of hoaxes, you're like, wait a second, like, come on, man, this is too far.
And you're supposed to be the good guys.
You're supposed to, and you claim to be the good guys? I'm like, exactly.
You're supposed to be the progressives.
Yes, the Dems are like, oh, we're the good guys. We're the honest people. No, hang on. You can't claim to be the good guys. You can't claim to be the honest people. If you're deliberately pushing hoaxes that have been debunked thoroughly.
Yeah. Well,
we're like, even Snopes, which is a liberal thing, says it's bogus.
Yeah.
Like the Fine People hoax.
Obama just said that on stage.
If Musk wins this case, it could set a game-changing precedent, potentially opening the floodgates for other lawsuits targeting talk shows and opinion-based programs for controversial or allegedly false statements. Some critics worry this could stifle free speech, leaving hosts too afraid to tackle tough or provocative topics. Others argue it's a long overdue check on media power. Rogan, naturally, had a few choice words about Whoopi's cat defense as well. If your defense is, "It's about my cat," you've already lost the argument? He likely chuckled before pointing out the glaring double standards in the media, where certain figures seem to get a pass for outrageous statements, while others are crucified for far less. Beyond the celebrity bickering, the cat jokes, and the eye-watering sum of money involved, Musk's lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg and The View touches a raw nerve. It taps into a broader public frustration with mainstream media outlets that many viewers feel prioritize sensationalism, political agendas, and clickbait outrage over substance and truth. For Elon Musk, this case is about more than just clearing his name or collecting a hefty payout. It's about challenging a system he believes has allowed misinformation and biased narratives to flourish unchecked. Whether you see him as a hero of accountability or a billionaire bully using the legal system to silence critics, one thing is certain: this lawsuit has everyone talking. And as Joe Rogan keeps the fire burning with his relentless, often hilarious commentary, the stakes for Whoopi, The View, and perhaps the entire landscape of daytime television couldn't be higher. And don't forget about the cat. Whether a genuine source of inspiration or a comically absurd deflection, Whoopi's feline friend has become an unlikely and unforgettable symbol in this high-stakes drama.